What's up, everybody? My name is TJ McClellan, broker of Fitness Realty. I'm sitting next to the beautiful Simone. What's up? How are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm so stoked. This is going to be exciting. So this is actually episode 82.5. I know that sounds kind of crazy. We're squeezing it right in so that we can get Simone in there and out there on our podcast. So I'm excited to share Simone and her story with all of you. But as always, if you love this content, like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell down below so that you can hear more exciting stories, and especially about Simone and her story, because this is going to blow you guys' minds. I'm so excited. So first off, Simone, how did we meet? In your words, how did we meet?
So we met through our children. So my son Drake is best friends with his son Jaden. And I got my real estate license a couple years ago, and I didn't really do much with it. Decided I wanted to reactivate it again. Reached out to TJ. I loved the way he ran his brokerage and decided to sign up.
It's awesome. So quick story. Our two boys actually played baseball this year, and they were the champions of the baseball. The whole thing. They took the whole kit and caboodle, which was amazing. My boy does not know how to play baseball until he started, and he still kind of doesn't know how to play baseball, but whatever. We'll let him think that he's a champion.
He is a champion.
It was so much fun, though, because I just enjoyed watching our boys kind of grow together. Obviously, they're like dynamic duo, but it's just fun to see them create such a fun relationship. And then also these boys really took it to the next level during their championship game, which was just awesome. So it's fun to share it with other like-minded just people around me. And Simone and I just have really kind of hit it off to talk about real estate, family, friends, like really kind of get things going. And so it's really exciting. So I want to ask you something real quick. So you had your license and then it went inactive. What got you excited about Fitness Realty to say, I think I'm ready to start this real estate business again?
So when I originally got my license, I was actually working at the University of Utah doing MRI. And I was doing weekend graves, and during the week, I was bored.
That's
so
nice.
I was like, what could I do to make some money?
Solid.
And except go back to school. I don't want to go back to school.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
No. And so I decided I would just, during the week, work on getting my real estate license. And then COVID hit, and it was crazy. So we were working long hours and kind of didn't really know what to expect. So I didn't jump into real estate, even though I really probably should have.
Especially during that time.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I did buy during the time, but
Solid.
I did not sell. So my license had lapsed and it had expired. And I just think I just realized that I just wanted more freedom. And instead of being told like what I'm going to be making, basically I control what I make. So I thought, what the heck? Like, I've spent the money on this schooling and this license. I should just reactivate it and just see what I can do with it. So then I knew that you were a broker and met with you. And then I got even more excited about it because I'm like, oh, this guy's like legit. Like, he's going to help me. He's going to help me grow. He's going to help me learn the ins and outs of real estate. So then that's when I went and reactivated and signed with you.
Yeah, I love that. The cool thing, I think, that this happens in real estate all the time. And if you're a real estate broker or you're a real estate agent or you're a realtor, and sometimes if you're a lender, we all kind of have ADHD, I think. We're all like, ooh, shiny, I'm going to do that. Ooh, I'm going to do that. Ooh, I'm going to buy that property, or I'm going to do this. Like, did you feel kind of like that? Like, well, work's going good, but I better do something else just for fun.
I've actually always been like that. As soon as I graduated from extra school, I'm like, I'm going to go to PA school.
Yep.
And my ex-husband, I remember him saying, is it ever going to be enough for you? I'm like, probably not.
Yeah,
I'll
probably
find
no.
something else to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like that. Like, that's totally my personality. I just always want to be learning new things, growing, making money, you know.
Yeah, that's cool.
Super driven and...
Yeah. So all of the things that kind of got you excited about Fitness Realty, and I know kind of being bored and then getting your license and jumping back in, but about Fitness Realty, what is it that really kind of drives you to say this was the company that you wanted to join?
So I love your incentives that you have for agents. You get more commission if you set daily goals. So I love how you're so focused on, working on mental health, physical health, going to the gym, budgeting. You can pick any goal that you want. And if you follow through with those daily goals, you get bigger commissions. So that was cool.
Yeah, I love bigger commissions.
Yeah, I'll take bigger commissions. So that was cool. And then just your energy.
Yeah.
Thank you. Like you're super outgoing, and the more that I'm around you and your mom, it's awesome. Like going to the fair with you guys and stuff. So it's just the momentum of it.
Yeah.
I know that I'm not making big bucks now, but I know that there's a lot of potential there.
Yeah.
And the momentum behind your guys' energy and being able to come to you for advice. You're always there quick to answer and questions and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's one of the reasons.
Yeah, that is really awesome. First of all, thank you so much. Like, those are some really kind words, so I appreciate you. I want to share a little bit that I see in you because I see the big potential there as well. And we have agents on our team, and some of them come, some of them go, some of them just never really flourish. But in your case, I feel like this is going to go some crazy places. So as you guys learn and grow in real estate, and as Simone learns and grows in real estate, you're going to watch her career explode, take off, and we're going to actually share a little bit about her real estate portfolio that I think you're going to be interested in. But before we get to that, I wanted to ask you about your gym regiment. What is it like to go work out with Simone?
Oh, man, alive. Okay, so
I put her on the spot. You see that? So
yeah.
I ask tough questions.
My gym regimen?
Yep.
So I definitely go to the gym probably 5 or 6 days a week. For a while, I was really into it. I did a couple of fitness competitions. And then I just kind of realized I needed to find like a balance. I was competing, and it was like you can't eat certain things, and you have to do so much cardio and da. And you would get super fit and then go back to normal, and it was hard.
Oh yeah.
Like mentally, it's like, oh man, like I'm gaining weight, and so I'm like, I just need a good balance. And so I, get up in the morning, depending on what my work schedule is, try to find at least 45 minutes to an hour a day to go work out. So I'll go in, I'll warm up, I'll lift. I love lifting. And then do maybe about 20, 30 minutes of cardio. But I like to lift heavy.
Yeah, sick.
It feels so good. Yeah,
so for women, key in on that real quick. Like lifting heavy, most women are like, I'm going to look like a man. And I'm like, I don't think that's how that works. So can you tell us, like, what's that like being a woman and lifting heavy and telling other people that you can do that?
Yeah, so a lot of people do think that you get bulky if you lift heavy. For most women, it's not the case. Actually, for all women, it's really not the case. It's you're building muscle, and you're getting curves. And so if you want a booty and you want shoulders and you want a defined back, like you have to lift.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it does not make you bulky.
That's awesome. So if you learn nothing from our channel and you're a lady and you get out there and lift, that equals curves. Yeah, take that to the bank.
We all want curves.
That's awesome. I love that. So I love that you're going to the gym that way because I wanted to ask you the working hard in the gym. How has that helped you to be successful in your real estate career already?
So, I mean, as all you know, like going to the gym takes a lot of dedication. It takes time management. It takes, being repetitive. And some days you're not motivated to go. And it's kind of like with your job, you have to, some days have to show up when you don't want to, and at the end of the day, the outcome's going to be good. I don't think there's been one time that I have gone to the gym and ever left not feeling good about it. Even if it wasn't the best workout, just showing up and doing that. And then, people that are dedicated to something and, motivated, I think it does bleed into other aspects of their life, whether it's parenting, whether it's school, whether it's their career. So I think there's a lot of resemblance between the two.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I like that. I think it's a really symbiotic relationship right there. Something that's really kind of cool, and we've said it on our channel many, many times, is, and it's said all over the world, of course, your health equals your wealth. So for me, I know when we're promoting it to our agents, and especially for you, I know that the healthier you are that way, the wealthier you're going to grow, and it'll just be awesome to see. So with the health that you're promoting, I've seen lately on your Instagram channel that you've been golfing with your boy, and I'm super stoked about that because obviously I love golf, but I've played golf with her boy before, and he's really good. So, and I'm sure he's gotten even way better because last time we played, he was good, but I think right now he's way better. So tell us a little bit about the golf experience out there. Like, does your health make it so that you're going to live a long, healthy life and continue to grow and see golf? What's that like?
For me, it's kind of like I want to take care of myself because I want to be here as long as I can, especially with my children and when they have their grandbabies. And I want to live a healthy, active life. So many of us work until we retire and then our health goes to crap.
Yeah.
And so as long as we're taking care of ourselves as good as we can, it just prolongs our life, and then we can have those experiences. So yes, I do golf and I freaking love it.
So good.
I'm like addicted to it. And then my ex-husband and golfs as well, and him and I actually get along very well, so we're very good at co-parenting. And my son got involved, and this year he's like totally stepped up his game. And he's like playing very, very well. So definitely trying to, stay limber, stay fit, stay mobile, active. It's all super important for sure. I do definitely want to play golf with him and his kids one day.
Right.
So.
Oh, that's so cool. The future is so bright. All right, let's switch gears because I know everybody wants to know about your personal portfolio, and I want to share a little bit about your real estate history. And also, we want to celebrate something today, right?
Yeah.
What are we celebrating today? Do tell.
Okay, well, I just closed on my third home.
What?
Yeah.
Get
I
out.
know.
Serious?
No, I'm serious.
Third house.
Third.
All
by myself.
What made you buy 3 houses? Like, what the heck?
Okay, so I wanted to get into real estate because obviously it's a moneymaker.
Solid.
People buy homes and they appreciate, and so my plan is to hold on to these rentals long term. So I am going to do that and hopefully get some good equity and be able to make sure my kids are taken care of. My long-term goal was to have 3 rentals and a single-family home. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 rentals and a single-family home. So I wanted a rental for each one of my kids and a single family.
Nice.
Now I have 3 rentals and a single family.
Whoa. Well, now how do you do that with 3 homes? Can you break that down for us? How do you have 3 rentals in a single-family house?
So I do what's called house hacking.
Solid.
So my first property I purchased in 2020. My interest rate was really low, 2.75. And I knew...
I wish we had those.
Yeah, seriously. I wish I had it now, too. So I rent that out and then make money off of that. And then my next property was another townhome, but I finished the basement, turned it into a rental, framed in a door, put in a kitchenette. So I was living upstairs. I was renting out the basement. And then I purchased this third property, which has an unfinished basement. So I'll be doing it again.
Nice.
Renting out the upstairs where I'm at now.
Yeah.
Moving into that and then finishing that basement.
Whoa. Okay,
Yeah.
so when you finish the basement, let me break that down. So that'll be 3 properties, but 5 units. Or 5 doors, right? We've said it on this channel, like units equals doors, but 5 doors. When you bought your first house, in 2020, that was not that long ago. When you bought your first house, were you like, oh, I'm going to have 5 doors in 3 years?
No, I
Or were you
was.
like, where is this going?
Yeah. So I honestly, when I bought my first house, I just wanted a home for me and my children. So I had been divorced about 10 years, and I just decided it was time to have a home for me and my two kids. And I got a great deal on this townhome, and no plans on ever moving, relocating, nothing. I was
Yeah.
going to stay there forever.
Whoa.
Then I don't know, like I just things started ticking, and I'm like, man, I can make money off this.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I'll rent it out. I didn't owe any money on my car, so I sold my car, used that money as the down payment on my second home,
Whoa, nice.
and just gonna keep on doing it over and over again.
Okay, so let me get this straight. On your first townhouse that you bought, that was the Summerlin model, right? Over in North Shore. I want you to break down, if you will, what are you making from that townhouse right now? Will you share that with our viewers?
Sure.
Yeah.
So my mortgage payment on that unit is $1,550.
Get out of here. 1550?
Yeah, $1,500 a month.
That is sick.
I know.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry. I just like.
So originally, I had tenants move in last year. They were paying $2,500
Whoa.
a month. I did have a property management company manage that property, so I did pay them $150 to do that a month. Then they moved out, and I had an amazing experience with my new tenants. So we have a really good family friend that moved here from California 6 years ago, and it's this amazing family, and they have 5 kids, and they needed a place to live, and my townhome just happened to be available.
Whoa.
So my brother reached out and was like, hey, can you rent to these guys? And
Yeah.
so I actually cut them a deal on the rent.
Cool.
Because they're just amazing, and I know they'll take care of my place, and they'll be there for a long time. And for me, it's just super rewarding being able to help this family out. And so taking a cut off the rent was not a big deal, because like I know I'm helping an amazing family, and so they're paying me $2,000.
Yeah. That's still an amazing amount of difference between what the rent is and where your current mortgage payment is. So that's something that I love to point out on our channel, and we point it out quite frequently, is that once you've got your mortgage payments locked in for a 30-year fixed, those don't change. They may go up a little bit with taxes and insurance, but relatively they'll stay the same. So when you were at 2,500 and you were netting about 950 minus costs, you're probably 700 or so. What was that like? $700 in pure raw passive income. What's that like?
It was great. You know, I mean, for me, I have a separate account for those funds that I just keep the money in that account for emergency situations, or if I have to replace appliances or water heaters and stuff. So I kind of just let that money sit as more of an emergency fund for those homes. But if I wanted to, I could put more towards, principal on the mortgages and try to get them paid off sooner. But as right now, I just kind of have it as a reserves.
Yeah, that's so cool. Like the peace of mind that you have money sitting to the side that you made while you were eating, sleeping, drinking, having fun, partying, going to the gym, whatever, right? Like
Golfing.
Yeah, golfing. Everything in daily life, that money was coming in regardless of what was happening.
Yeah.
It's something that I love about that is, if you'll share with us, when you filed your taxes for the first time with a piece of property that was a rental property, were you taking all the depreciation that you could off of that?
Yes.
Oh, and what did that feel like?
It was great.
What were your taxes like? You don't have to say any numbers, but how much different were they filing with a rental property?
Well, I was able to write off a lot of numerous different things having the rental. But I did get back a lot more than I normally would have.
Yeah,
so
that's money in the bank, people. All right, I want to kind of shift topics. So so you've got your real estate portfolio growing. Really quick before we kind of move off that though, what is your next goal since you kind of already eclipsed your other one, right? Like, oh, it's 2020. I better get some rental property, and pow, 2023, 5 units.
Yeah. So my next goal is to get moved and obviously finish this basement and turn it into another rental and get tenants in that. So that's my next goal.
Okay, so that's like a 1 month, 3 months. What do you think?
Oh man, I'm gonna give myself 6.
Okay, cool. 6-month goal. Well, now, how many units do you want to own after you hit 5?
Honestly, it just depends. To be honest, getting approval for this loan was a little bit tough.
Gotcha.
Just because my debt to income ratio, obviously with 3 mortgages,
Right.
and they only take a certain percentage of my rental income as income. I think 70% or something.
75% usually, yeah.
So, if I were to go try to get another mortgage, it's going to be really rough.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to have to either stockpile a bunch of money and put a lot more down, or just kind of be happy with where I'm at, or sell a unit and take that equity and put a big chunk down. I would love to end up one day owning a multifamily.
Cool. Oh, multifamily. That's such a ringing buzzword. It's so good.
Yeah.
Multifamily, though, in Utah is kind of ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you've looked at that.
Expensive.
Yeah.
I get on the MLS every day, and I'm like, multifamily, and I'm like, geez, I'll make my own multifamily.
Right? Like, hey, let's go develop.
Yeah, seriously. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. So I love hearing your story about the real estate portfolio, because I know there's a lot of people out there that are scared. It's very... It can be a very big risk, but it can be calculated risk.
Exactly.
So, all right, let's shift gears, because I want to talk about your real estate career and your ability to help other people buy and sell homes. So obviously you just represented yourself to purchase this new asset, which is amazing. But what did you learn during that process that you would be able to tell other buyers and help them get their first rental property, or maybe even their first house? What was the biggest, like, oh, nobody really told me that, and I just learned that, and I want to share that?
Yeah. I would have to say how much the market impacts the buyer's the ability to buy a home. So if I were to go back to 2020 and try and buy a single family home, or any home actually, I would have been in bidding wars, paying way over asking price for a home. It was crazy to see. I actually got this house for about $20,000 less than what they were asking.
Whoa.
Got them to pay for all closing costs. And then actually had money left over to do a rate buy down on the loan.
Wow.
So, but I actually chose not to do the rate buy down because I wanted to know, like you said, with my 30-year fixed rate, exactly what my mortgage payment was always going to be.
Gotcha.
Instead of 2 years having it be 1, and then 2 years from now I'm not knowing, okay, well, where am I going to be financially? And then my, mortgage payment goes up. So I'm all about consistency. So I was like, just lock me in at this rate, and then I know exactly what my payment's always going to be about.
Yeah.
So the market's huge, and as an agent, it was a great learning experience, because I can go out there and do this for other people. I can go out and put in offers and give my recommendations on what I think, and like you've sold 2 townhomes in what is the name of it?
Oh, North Shore.
North Shore.
Yeah, in North Shore.
In North Shore.
Yeah.
And the way you marketed them was phenomenal. Like really low, and then you got offered higher than asking.
Right.
So the market's huge, and if you're not in the industry, it's really hard to really know, what you're capable of asking and or offering, and that's our job, is to help people get the best deal that they can and help them find what they want, and in a reasonable amount for them that they can afford.
Yeah, no, I love that. So the big takeaway there, the market conditions that Simone's talking about, those allowed her to get the new asset at a better price than in any other market. The buying pressure is just so few and far between currently. Um, Obviously, you kind of hinted about what I do on some of our listings, and we really generate some pressure and we get some really strong offers. So as a listing agent, I try to teach all of our team to do that, and so Simone will do that for all of her clients eventually. But on the buying side, representing buyers in today's market is amazing because we have a lot of negotiating power from sellers. I mean, you heard the example here, $20,000 less, plus had the sellers paying all the closing costs. Plus, in my opinion, I think that house is actually worth a little bit more than that. But with the buying pressure we currently have, they had to keep coming down, right? They started at what did they start at with their list price?
$499.
Okay, so they started at $499, and what did you close at?
$460.
$460. Well, that's 40 grand.
Well, they dropped the price before I made an offer to $475.
Yeah.
And then I came in and offered $450.
Okay.
And then they countered offered $460.
Gotcha.
And I countered offered $460 in closing costs.
Dang. Okay, so got all the closing costs. Now, can we ask you, what did you have to put down on that house to make this entire thing work? Third property. What does that look like? What did you have to come out of pocket?
So for $460,000 loan, my out of pocket was $23,000.
23,000. Now, is that because you used FHA or conventional, or what type of product?
I had a conventional. So my first mortgage is an FHA. So
Okay.
I can only have one.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So one day she'll probably have to refi that one so that she can use another FHA, very cheap financing, potentially, right?
Yeah.
There's like 100 zillion ways to slice this pie. But 23,000, is that what you said? Out of pocket?
Yeah.
23,000, and that's a lot of money, but it's also not very much money to get your third property and more tax benefits, more write-offs, more mortgage interest to write off. And her second property that she's moving out of now becomes a rental property where she can depreciate that asset. We all know the government has a spending problem and they're going to appreciate, and it will just grow with the value. And so for your net worth, do you anticipate just buying more and more and more, or what's that going to look like?
I would love to eventually purchase some more properties. When I invest, for me, it's not about quick money. It's about long term. My plan is to hold on to these units for a very long time, eventually get them paid off and get some residual income coming in. Also have some generational wealth that I can leave for my kids.
Yeah, I love that. So let's wrap it all up in a nice present with a pretty bow. You have a real estate license and you're willing to help buyers and sellers learn this process. What is the biggest thing that you're going to bring to those new people that you're going to meet that want to do exactly what you're going to do?
I think the biggest thing I could bring to them would be just teaching them. This is something that once you do it once and you build the confidence and you see that you can do it, then you learn the process and you can repeat it over and over and over again. And so just putting yourself out there and taking a risk, it's huge. It is very scary. But at the end of the day, like you can't get ahead without taking risks in something. So, and things get hard. You can sell, you can rent it out. There's other options as well. But I would love to teach people how to do this and kind of guide them and teach them this process because it's worked for me.
Yeah.
It's been great.
No, I love that. Any last minute thought you want to deliver to everybody out there?
No, not really.
Okay. No worries. All right. So this has been Simone, her story, 3 properties. If you think you can't do it, it can be done. Simone is a person that can teach you from experience. So I'm just excited to have Simone here with us. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you, your talent, your abilities, everything that you're going to do to help other people understand this process and change their lives. Passive wealth and the ability to do that really does change people's outcomes. Your wealth trajectory, the first property took off. Second property took off. Third property now even further. And that just compounds on each other. And so I'm really excited to see where you go with your career. So my name's TJ, broker Fitness Realty. Obviously, if you guys love this content, like, share, and subscribe down below. We love you guys. We're excited. Thank you so much, Simone, for joining me. We'll sign off and we'll see you.